Hello, Taurus. My fellow Taurus, that is. Welcome to your weekly tarot reading. This week, we're using the Celtic cross spread to uncover what the universe has in store for you. So, whether it's career, finances, personal growth, we've got you covered. Now, let's dive in here and see how we can make the most of the week ahead. I would ask that you like and subscribe to our channel. Really helps support the channel and helps us grow to keep bringing these readings to you. Also, feel free to drop me a comment. I love seeing how these readings resonate with you. Okay, let's start off with what's going on right now. Looks like you've got the Empress right now. All right, so the Empress represents abundance, creativity, nurturing energy. She sits amidst this lush landscape here, and it's really symbolizing growth and fertility here. So this week, I would say focus on nurturing your projects and relationships at work. Your creative ideas will likely flourish here. This is a great card to start out with. Make sure you're not holding back. Abundance is on the horizon, so be open to opportunities that bring financial growth, but also have patience for what you already have. Patience and gratitude there for what you already have, and patience for things moving forward. You want to embrace self care, embrace creativity here. So, whether you're starting a new hobby or you're spending time out in nature, just make sure to let your inner empress shine there. So your obstacle card this week is actually the Four of Cups. Now, here you see this figure, and he's sitting under a tree, and he seems like he's really uninterested in the three cups that are before him, while this fourth cup also is being offered from above or from out of nowhere. So it really speaks to introspection and missed opportunities here. So what that tells me is that you might be feeling a little bit unmotivated or maybe even just stuck in a routine. So take a moment here to reflect what new opportunities you may be overlooking. Again, there may be something coming out of nowhere here or that's right in front of you, so to speak, that you're just not seeing. So be cautious about dismissing financial advice too. Be cautious about dismissing these missed opportunities. Remember, some of these best solutions that you might have to any problem you're facing might come from unexpected places. Make sure you're practicing mindfulness. Make sure that if you're feeling disconnected, that you're meditating or journaling, and that way you can really realign with spirit and realign with your goals here. Remember to set intentions in a positive way this week. All right, let's take a look at what you've got here of your in your subconscious, which is strength. Now, here you can see that there's this woman and she is taming this lion. It really does just symbolize inner strength. It shows courage, it shows compassion here. So it's looking to me like your resilience will help you overcome any challenges this week. Just make sure that you're leading with kindness and that you're leading with confidence there. Um, Make sure that you're doing all that you can to inspire those around you. Now, financially, make sure that you're staying disciplined with your spending this week. Your ability to control your impulses will lead to long term stability here. And really, again, just trust your inner strength. You have the power to face any emotional or personal challenges with grace here. Let's take a look at your recent past. And here you've got the Six of Swords. Now you can see here that there are these six swords that are standing vertically in the front of this boat here. And that's really showing you some of the past lessons, or that you may have learned several lessons recently. The boat here is carrying away these figures from the rougher waters, which you can just kind of see down here in the corner. But it shows that they're actually sailing into smooth waters and calmer shores ahead. So really, this looks like we might be going through a period here of transition, a kind of maybe some healing from this recent conflict or maybe a recent incident, recent lessons that we learned here. So if you're feeling stuck, do know that there is going to be a shift this week. You're going to want to lean into and embrace the change, because this is Spirit showing us here that it is going to lead to a better place. So again, these lessons may have been tough to learn. We're going to draw from our strength here and find a way to release those past burdens. We need to make sure we're letting go of financial worries. Yeah, that doesn't mean spend carelessly. Again, we need to conserve, but a smoother path is ahead. So don't worry. Proceed with caution, but don't proceed with worry, I think is what I'm trying to say here. Make sure that we're planning for the future, and really understand that this is a time for emotional healing and moving forward with clarity, and we've got the strength to do so. Now, let's take a look at what we are conscious of here, and that is the Three of Wands. So here you see this figure that's standing on a cliff, and he's looking out, and they're hard to see, but these little black things here, those are ships actually. And sometimes this card is interpreted as waiting for your ships to come in. When I'm drawing from this lesson here, and we're sailing away from these hard lessons that we learned, I'm really thinking that these ships are meant to be symbolized as sailing towards the horizon here. Really, it's symbolizing foresight and expansion. So the way that I'm seeing this, and especially if I tie it back into the Empress here, is big opportunities are on the horizon. Stay proactive. Keep your eyes on the long-term goals here. It looks like some investments or maybe new ventures could pay off. So right now is the time to, again, trust that inner strength, trust your instincts, and take any calculated risks. Don't be frivolous, but take calculated risks. Really, it's a time of thinking big. I mean, he's looking out kind of at the world here, one might say. So think big. This is a time to dream. This is a time to plan for your future. All right, let's take a look at what is in the near future. Now, this week, it looks like in our future, we have the Four of Pentacles. And you can see here that this figure, he's clutching on tightly to these four pentacles. Well, three of them really, and then he's got it on the brain also. It's really symbolizing security, but it's also somewhat symbolizing a resistance to change here. So I think what we're being told is we need to be open to collaboration. Don't resist change. We actually need to embrace it, using our inner strength again. Holding on to control too tightly could limit growth. At the same time, financially, while it's good to save, don't let fear of spending hold us back from investing in our future selves. I mean, in order to grow things, we need to make sure we're making those investments. Again, I stress the word calculated investments here, but or calculated risk rather. We also, though, need to not hold on to things that no longer serve us. Okay, so in other words, let go of what no longer serves you. Security is important, but so is growth. Okay, so let's take a look and see here how we see ourselves, and that is we've got the Hanged Man. All right, so here this figure hangs upside down, and he's kind of got this four here shown, this upside down four. He's seeing the world from a new perspective. So this card really represents surrender and enlightenment. We're really looking at this, and I think we're aware of it, that we need to take a step back to gain this fresh perspective, remembering that pausing will sometimes lead to breakthroughs. We're reevaluating our financial priorities right now, and a new approach here could bring some clarity. So just kind of pause. Again, it's okay to take calculated risks, but let's not just jump in blindly. Sometimes we have to embrace stillness. So again, a time for reflection and a time for spiritual growth. Now that's going to bring us back to the journaling and the meditating and all this. So let's connect spiritually and see what other guidance we have here. Now, before we move on, if you're enjoying this reading, again, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Love reading your comments, love connecting with you, okay? All right, so let's continue. We've got the Queen of Wands here as our external influences. Now, the Queen of Wands, she's got this, she's sitting on her throne here, okay, and she's got this sunflower in her hand, and it's really all just symbolizing charisma, leadership, and passion. So our external forces here, and this is really spirit and the universe is telling us, step into your power, okay? Your confidence and creativity will inspire others this week. So trust your instincts when it comes to financial decisions and taking those calculated risks. You're in a strong position to lead here. Embrace your inner fire. This is really a time to shine and pursue your passions fearlessly. So we're going to do it. So in other words, don't spend too much time being the hanged man here. Let's think about it, make our decisions, and move forward, I think is what we're getting here. As far as hopes and fears go, we've got the Ten of Swords. Now here you can see that a figure is lying face down and he's got these 10 swords in his back. It's really symbolizing betrayal, but also with it being the number 10, we're symbolizing an ending to something. Okay, so I think the fear is probably a little bit that could this happen to us again? You know, whatever these lessons were that we learned back here with the Six of Swords not very long ago, we're a little bit concerned that, you know, is this something that's going to happen to me again? If I take this risk that we're talking about, am I going to immediately face this this stabbing in the back, this terrible thing happening here? Will there be a form of betrayal? But I think what's important to remember about 10 is, in this case too, it's really spirit telling us that we have finished, we have closed the end of this. The end of this learning cycle is here with the number 10. And we see the rising sun. You don't see the sun, but we see the sky from the rising sun here. And that's saying that we're embarking upon new beginnings. Okay, so if we faced setbacks, we know now that this was the lowest point. And now recovery and renewal are on the way. Okay, if we had financial losses involved in this, it's time to let it go. It's time to rebuild and move forward. It's also a time to release pain or resentment. So if you're getting hung up on the hate that happened back here and obsessing over that, then you're not making progress to move forward. So this ending that happened back here is making way for a new beginning. So it's going to be important that we see that remember also fear is an illusion. I almost forgot to say that, but I always say whenever fear comes up, fear is an illusion. So if you're afraid of something happening, you got to spend your time here thinking over it, but then also educate yourself, figure out how to get on, like in an investment, figure out how to move on forward in your path without fearing too much. Don't let fear control you, okay? And embrace the change, embrace the new day. Now, your outcome here is the Star. So here you see this figure, she's pouring water into a pool and on the land, and she's under this starry sky. And it symbolizes hope, healing, inspiration, divine intervention here. So what Spirit is telling us here is that we need to trust that all of the hard work and the lessons we've learned will pay off. Okay, we need to stay optimistic. Again, don't get all torn up in the betrayal here. We got to move on from that. We need to stay optimistic and we need to keep moving forward. A brighter financial future is ahead. We need to stay hopeful to and open to new opportunities. This is a time for healing. This is a time for renewal. We need to let go of any doubt and really embrace the dreams here. Okay, we have the strength to do it. We have the wisdom down here to do it. The external forces are all telling us to do it. So let's do it. Embrace the dreams. Okay, let's take a look at the shadow card here. Here we've got the Ace of Wands, another excellent card here. So you've got this hand holding this glowing sword, and it's symbolizing clarity, truth, breakthroughs. You know, you've got the crown on the sword here. I mean, this is a beautiful card. Um, a new idea or a new perspective could lead to a major breakthrough here. You need to trust your intellect, trust your strength, trust your intellect. Here you're over, you know, again, all of these are shaping up to be exactly what you needed this week, exactly what you needed after learning the lessons. Pick up and move on. You got clarity around financial decisions that'll come very easily. You're going to be able to cut through the confusion with that sword and take action. You're going to be able to embrace mental clarity. This is a time for you to cut through illusions and see the truth. Okay, so to recap, Taurus, the Empress reminds you to nurture your creativity and abundance, but the Four of Cups is asking you to stay open to new opportunities. Okay, Strength and the Six of Swords encourages resilience, healing, and the Three of Wands signals exciting new opportunities on the horizon. You got the Four of Pentacles and the Hangman reminding you to let go of control, okay, and embrace new perspectives. You got the Queen of Wands, empowers you to lead with confidence, while the Ten of Swords and the Star assure you that new beginnings are coming and you should be hopeful about them. Now, the Ace of Swords here brings mental clarity and breakthroughs, so trust the journey, Taurus. Make this week amazing. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you next week.